With Harley Davidson launching the X440 last year, it was going to be only a matter of time until Hero MotoCorp came up with their version of this bike. Given that the X440 is the first product resulting from the collaboration between Hero and Harley Davidson, while the Maverick 440 shares its underpinnings and engine with the X440, it differs from it in several areas, be it mechanical, aesthetic, or features. While the X440 hasn't exactly set the sales charts on fire, despite largely positive reviews, perhaps due to very delayed deliveries, the Hero Maverick 440 is the latest entrant into the very competitive and action-packed 300 or 440cc segment. No one knows and does motorcycling in India as well as Hero has, and with the Maverick 440, Hero seems to have dug deep into their knowledge of the nuances of the Indian market to fine-tune their version of the X440. Available on the Maverick 440 is the familiar 440cc engine that puts out 27 bhp at 6,000 revolutions per minute and 36 Nm torque at 4,000 revolutions per minute. The 2 Nm lower torque on the Maverick 440 is due to the tuning of the motor. The next big change is the front wheel. The Maverick 440 gets a 17-inch tire similar to the rear. While the front portion of the Maverick 440 is structurally similar to the X440, there are a host of design changes starting with the tank and proceeding to the rear. Writing about this bike has been both easy and difficult. Easy because there are several aspects that the bike gets right, and a few that could be been better outright. Difficult because this is a very do everything well, but not necessarily warm the cockles of your heart when you ride it sort of bike. And when you consider the price point, there's little left to ask for. Hero sells a staggering number of motorcycles in India, and they seem to have applied their immense knowledge of what ticks the customer to refine the Maverick 440. There are no half-hearted measures, and they have perfected the fundamentals while being stingy with some features. There's no compelling reason for someone not to pick it over its peers unless you specifically look for brand value or performance. Royal Enfield and Honda hit it out of the park with the Hunter and H&S, but Hero might just spoil their party with the Maverick 440. The Maverick 440 undercuts most competitors in the 300 to 440cc segment in a price-sensitive market such as ours, and a segment that is seeing the bulk of action in urban motorcycling. The Maverick 440 makes a very compelling case for itself. Being a Hero product, you can expect the cost of servicing to not pinch you either. The Maverick 440 shares its underpinnings with the Harley Davidson 440, but there are several cosmetic and functional changes on the front one-third of the bike. Running a length of 2,100 mm and an overall height of 1,112 mm, the bike has similar dimensions to its competitors. Given the seat height of 803 mm, you sit comfortably, able to plant your feet on the ground, but not necessarily having to slouch forward. Hero's first standalone offering in the 300 to 440cc segment gets very subtle styling and follows a very please most approach. The Maverick 440 gets a trellis frame and comes with several metal body and styling elements, at 187 kilograms for the alloy wheel version and 191 kilograms for the spoke wheel version. The Maverick 440 is among the heaviest in its segment. The Maverick 440 comes in 3 variants: base, mid, and top. Features standard across all variants include auto LED headlamp, LED tail lamp and indicators, USB-A port for charging, Bluetooth connectivity for features such as SMS and call alerts, and turn-by-turn navigation. All these features are via the Hero Connect app, which is based on Hero's Connect 2.0 technology. As a side note, Hero intends to equip all their offerings with this connectivity suite. While the base variant gets spoke wheels with tube-type tires, the mid gets alloy wheels, and the top variant gets diamond-cut alloys. The mid and top variants get tubeless tires. The base variant comes in the Arctic white shade, while the mid gets 2 options: celestial blue and fearless red. The top variant comes in phantom black in matte finish and enigma black in glossy finish. The top variant gets 3D badging on the fuel tank. Apart from the paint shades on offer, the only difference between the base and mid variants are the alloy wheels. The biggest difference between the base and top variants is the eSIM connected features. The The top variant gets 35 plus connected features that include real-time data of the bike, and you can even run diagnostics to check for faults and errors. You also get an immobilizer and geofencing features. Through the immobilize option, you can immobilize the bike. This will work only if the bike is shut or stationary or under 5 km/h. Through geofencing, you can restrict its use within a certain radius and then choose to immobilize it. Credit where it is due. The Mavrick 440 is very well put together. You won't find awkwardly placed parts or any half-hearted effort in the finish. The quality of most parts is pretty good and they feel sturdy to use. A few things could have been better. The center console, for instance, is rather basic, as is the left stock, but what's been provided looks like it will stand long-term use. The two areas where we found the fit to be lacking are the indicators that do their own little dance even on good roads, and the ORVMs that vibrate a fair bit, not allowing for a clear image of the proceedings at the rear. This is one area where Hero has held back. It has equipped the Mavrick 440 with just the bare essential features, and a rather basic and very un-2024-like instrument cluster. The Mavrick 440 comes with dual-channel ABS and a slipper clutch as standard across variants, and that is just about all the riding electronics you get. There is no ride-by-wire, no traction control, no selectable riding modes or adjustable front suspension. In what is a rather awkward implementation, the instrument cluster is shaped like a keyhole resting on its side. The mid gets an LCD display which covers only a small rectangular subsection of the cluster and is black and white for the most part, except for some warning information symbols that are in color. The periphery of the circle gets the warning and information symbols. That said, the Mavrick 440 offers a very contemporary list of features on the mid. Standard on all three variants is Bluetooth connectivity, offering connected features such as SMS and call alerts, turn-by-turn navigation and phone status.